and welcome to our latest episode of #Thinking Together. Today our title is 6-6 Vision. We regularly get our eyes tested, and if we don't have perfect vision, we wear glasses or contact lenses. And now laser eye surgery is becoming more and more popular because everyone wants to see clearly. Everyone wants to have perfect 6-6 vision or 20/20 vision. Shouldn't we want to have perfect spiritual vision as well? The eye is so important. Christ told us in Matthew chapter 6 verse 22, "The lamp of the body is the eye. Therefore, if your eye is good, your whole body will be full of light." So, how can we have 6-6 spiritual vision? Number 1, see the invisible. Whenever we feel scared, we forget that God is with us. Because we cannot see God, we forget that He exists. We forget that He's helping us. We forget that He's listening to our prayers. Saint Moses the Black experienced this. One day he felt that the devil's temptations were too much, so he went to his spiritual father, Saint Isidore. He took him on the rooftop and he told him, "Look to the left," and he saw a frightening army of demons. Then he said, "Look to the right," and on the right he saw angels, but the number of angels, the army of angels, was much more than the number of devils. So, this is a fulfillment of the verse in 2 Kings chapter 6 verse 16, which says, "Do not fear, for those who are with us are more than those who are with them." We have to always remember that we've got an army of angels and saints interceding for us and protecting us, and God's mighty hand never leaves us. We have to see the invisible because Christ praises those who see the invisible. He said this to Thomas when he said, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." This was in John chapter 20 verse 29. Secondly, to have spiritual vision, we have to see things through Christ's eyes. We see people's weaknesses, we see people doing wrong things, and we judge them. This is very dangerous because first of all, this is not our position, only God can judge. And secondly, people change, so the people that we're judging currently may be the saints of the future and may be ahead of us in heaven. How can we not judge people? Only look at their good things. For example, the right-hand thief, he was a criminal and he got the death sentence, but the church praised him because it looked at his faith in declaring that Christ was the King. The church praised his prayer and the words he taught us every single day in the Agbeya prayer, the 9th hour. And also, it's dedicated a big section of Good Friday to him, and this is everyone's favourite section because they really feel it. So number 2, look through things in Christ's eyes. Don't judge people. Remember that they can be saints of the future. And finally, to have 6-6 vision, keep your eyes on your goal. Keep your eyes on your dream. Your dream gives your life direction because it motivates you to do things. For example, a student sitting an exam will always think of the reward, just like entering their uni course or having their dream job, and this will motivate them to work hard. One day, a father said to his child who was sitting an important exam to get him into university, "If you pass this year, I'm going to get you your favourite car." So what did that boy do? He got a picture of the car and he printed it and he put it on his desk next to his books. So every time he felt that things were getting too much, studying was too much, studying was very boring, he would just look down and he'd use that picture and that goal to motivate him. We also have to have our dreams in front of us. This is both our earthly dreams and our spiritual dreams. Our heavenly dream is always to be with Christ and gain eternal life, but also keep an eye on your earthly dreams. Walt Disney said, "If you can dream it, you can do it." And we all know the success that Walt Disney has achieved, even after his death. So, let's quickly summarize. We want to be keen to have perfect vision, 6-6 vision or 20/20 vision, not just physically but also in the spiritual sense. To have perfect spiritual vision, number 1, see the invisible, see God around you. Number 2, see the good in others, see through Christ's eyes. And number 3, keep an eye on your dream, both earthly dream and heavenly dream. Thank you so much for joining us in this episode of #Thinking Together, and we look forward to discussing more topics with you in our next episodes. Thank you.